Talking to Michael Crawford, who joins us again now. Michael, thank you very much for extending your stay with us.
Pleasure. Great to be here.
Now, you're telling us a story about why you are residing in New Zealand these days.
Well, the thing was, I wasn't feeling too good when I was over there. I developed chronic fatigue, and
that's an awful thing, isn't it?
It is, and it's not. It seems to be something that mystifies the medical profession, and so far, and it's something that obviously, and now I've recovered, hopefully. I mean, again, it can come back, so you have to be cautiously optimistic, but it would be nice for someone maybe in my position that you could bring a higher profile to it. But what you can't do is, when you get hundreds of letters that I got last year when I was doing Wizard of Oz in London, this was I spoke about it for the first time, and hundreds of letters coming in saying I have it, or my daughter has it, and a lot of children get it, and it is not understood, and some people have had it for 30 years, and it's hard to believe how you can exist with a family, and if you're a mother, it's so difficult. You can't give advice, because I was in a privileged position where I could actually up myself and go off somewhere to another country and change my lifestyle. Well, not everybody can do that, of course, and that's not the solution for everybody. There is no solution at the moment.
Did they try and throw you in one of those ice baths? That was one of the early solutions, wasn't it? They put you in ice baths, apparently, and they thought that might cure it.
No, I've not heard of that.
They didn't try that one with you?
No.
When did it hit you, though, Michael? Were you performing?
Yes, I was doing a musical called Woman in White, and I was in this very big fat suit, which I thought was quite clever of me to create, and playing this rather large Italian count, and I had prosthetics, and I'd lose 3/4 of a pint of water every show.
Wow!
Yeah. And I put back by not drinking nutrients or anything. I was drinking water, and that wasn't enough. So I lost my metabolism went to pot. My immune system, went to pot, and I got a viral infection, and it just didn't come out of it. I couldn't find any strength, and there was no explanation whatsoever. I had every scan known to man. The theatre was sending me to every doctor because they thought I had man flu or something, and it was so frustrating. And then they'll put you on some kind of medication which they don't really know that it's going to help you. But I didn't want to do that because I don't know why. I thought, just go somewhere else. Go to the sunshine. Go and sail. Just change your way of life and take every bit of pressure off your life that you can. And I did. And I read and I swam and I did all these things, and it changed my life.
You're not shearing sheep yet, though?
No. They won't let me near the sheep.
They're very possessive, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Not even an ugly one. No. Oh dear.
We're talking.
I'm a Kiwi.
We're now off air.
That's right. Moyd's a Kiwi.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
He gets possessive too. We've got your CD, The Story of My Life, we were talking about before, and it's got a great little booklet in there about your life, and I didn't realise you were advised to change your name as a young fella. Tell us that story.
Well, I had a stepfather. My young life was quite confusing. I think anybody who's read my book will know I was born strangely, and I was illegitimate. So, and it came out. I wrote it all down in my book, and then my mother remarried when I was about 4, and so I had this stepfather who was called Ingram, so my name was then Michael Ingram, and there was a newscaster called Michael Ingram. So when I started acting at a very early age, but I was in Billy Bunter, a series on television called Billy Bunter. So I had to join the union, and there was already a Michael Ingram who was a newscaster. So you can't have two actors with the same name. So I had to change my name. And very quickly, because the broadcast was on the next day, and I went home on the bus, and I passed. There was a lorry went past with Crawford's biscuits are best, and I thought that looks rather good. I rather like that, and so I became Michael Biscuit. So I chose Crawford, and it stuck ever since. The only thing was it's so expensive to put up in light bulbs. It took me a long time before I could have my name above the title.
Michael, we're going to play another song of yours from the CD. What's your favourite song on this new CD?
I think Music of the Night will always be. I love Music of the Night. It did so much of my life. It's my one and only hit that I was.
That's the one we've already played.
Play that one. Yes, so pick another one.
All right, I'll pick another one.
What's second favourite?
Well, my second favourite is Papa, Can You Hear Me? But it's a bit long. What else do I like?
I thought you'd say Memory.
Memory.
No.
Yes, I like Memory, but if you want to play Memory...
No.
Come on. When I Fall in Love.
Oh, that's a great song. Okay.
It's beautiful. Yeah, and that's not too long.
Done deal. We know you've got to talk to other people, so just one last question. The experience on Hello, Dolly with Barbra Streisand.
She was great to work with. I was happy that it was a great experience. She was, you had all sorts of stories about her being difficult. She was a perfectionist, but I rather like that. I think it was great that she was, and to work with someone like Gene Kelly, who was also a perfectionist, you suddenly realise what a high quality and what a high standard you can work to. And I think before that, I was fooling around at acting and not taking it seriously enough, and to learn from people like Gene Kelly, who was the greatest influence on my career ever.
Really? That's how big he's the number one.
You watch his movies and you see how relaxed he is, and it all came out of just dedication and rehearsal. The more you rehearse something, the more you work on it, the longer you work on it, hour after hour after hour. That's how I got a voice to sing in the way that I was able to sing for Phantom. And if I hadn't worked those 5-6 hours a day vocalising for 20 years, I would never, ever have been able to make the sounds that I was able to without this wonderful singing teacher.
Now we know that you're promoting the CD. Is a concert tour out of the question?
No, it was 2 years ago, but I'm now, it's been so exciting coming back to Australia, and honestly, there have been tears in my eyes at times. I bet in the last 2 days doing interviews, and you hear stuff and you think, oh my gosh, I did do that. Yeah. I did do that. And people have been really, really charming, and the album has just gone gold. So I feel very inspired to want to do some more concerts, so I've just got to go home and start rehearsing for 5 hours a day again.
Michael, thank you so much for talking to us, mate. We're both really looking forward to chatting to you today, because I watched all those, some others do have met 50 times each, and so many generations have actually followed on and done the same thing too. And then, I just found the opera, mate. Your work there is just absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Moyd. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. Michael Crawford.
Bye-bye.
The Story of My Life is this double CD.